there's really the case of password and user login fatigue in the market space today. So the normal consumers, they just have so many of those individual logins that it's getting difficult to manage all of that. And then you have those big players like Facebooks and Googles, which are providing a simplified way to authenticate to some services. But then on that side, there's the privacy discussions, that are they actually going to respect your private data and information? So the convenience is very high with mobile ID, because essentially there's only two things that you have to remember. It's your phone number and a PIN code, or in some cases even you don't have to remember the PIN code. You don't have to use that. So for example, when you would be logging into an e-shop, so you would be putting your phone number in and click OK or click login. With that, you would get the authentication request initiated on your mobile device. And you could either just click simply OK or cancel, or if the service provider wants to have higher level of security, they would be asking you to input your PIN code. And that's it, and then you are logged into the service. And the great thing here as well is that you only need to remember one PIN code, and that will be your access to hundreds and hundreds of services which are connected to the mobile ID service as a whole. So what you can have is e-government services, e-health, ranging to banking, online mobile banking, e-commerce, essentially any kind of services that you can imagine. So what you can actually do with mobile ID is that when you authenticate into a service, you can actually include additional attributes of the user within that same transaction with the consent of the user. So the user is always on the driver's seat on the data that is actually shared. But if you're okay with sharing that data, then the end result would be that you are authenticating yourself into a e-shop, for example, and at the same time, the mobile ID service will provide your address, your phone number, your credit card details to that e-shop service. Yeah, so Mobile Connect essentially is the GSMA's initiative to be able to enable the mobile operators to become global identity players in the mobile ID space, which at the end of the day would mean that essentially any service could benefit from those Mobile Connect users in different countries. So it would essentially be connecting Mobile Connect users, those consumers, to services around the world.